good. We're about to go about three, two.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to this special, very special edition of The Set. We are here talking Miami Dolphins. I have a very special guest. This guy has been covering the Miami Dolphins very closely for over 8 years now. He's really tuned in. He's really knowledgeable about the Dolphins and about the sport of football. I appreciate him coming over to my young channel. We could have did it at his channel, which is way bigger than mine, way bigger. But he wanted to come show me some love. I greatly appreciate it. I have Douglie Do Wrong in the building, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, my
Dude,
guy?
a complete honor for me to be on this channel talking to you. Like, you have no idea the fact that, like, not more than how many months ago you were on the field, and now I'm
Yeah.
sitting here talking with you. Like, the honor's mine that you're sitting here talking with me. So definitely thank you.
Listen, man, I was a Pro Bowler, all pro in my space. You're the same in yours, bro. So I'm coming over to your world, crossing over into your world. So I appreciate you doing this with me and teaching me a thing or two in this YouTube space.
Yeah, man. I whatever you need, I got you, dude. I got you. You
Let's
deserve
roll.
way more than you have right now. Like the fact that you're sitting at the subs you're sitting at, everyone watching needs to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. So every time you go live, you have people there. Like this is nuts.
You know what though, Douglie? I love this space right now though. Like I love the small knit group that I have.
Mhm.
We've been going now for over a month and we're just over 6,000 subscribers, but it's very interactive. Like my chat
Yeah.
is very interactive. People are they're sharing their opinions. I'm able to talk to them back and forth and on X as well. Like we're having that open dialogue. At one point at some point I think I will have a major and a massive channel. You know what I mean? I think I'm pretty good at what I do. I know the game inside and out.
Yeah.
I have a lot of great relationships with a lot of players and a lot of people
Mhm.
around the sport. So at some point I will be a big name, but I love this space right now. The ones that's here repping the set, like is beautiful. And I appreciate it. So to all my subscribers, you guys rock, man. You make me come to do this show every Monday, every Thursday. All right, Douglie. So we're talking Miami Dolphins.
Mhm.
2025 season is 6 days away. Well, Thursday night football opens first.
Yep.
That's coming in just a few more days. But Miami Dolphins 2025 season is just 6 days away. Let's talk the state of the Dolphins right
Okay.
now. All right. Give me some of your thoughts on what you saw, what you like from training camp, what you like from the preseason.
Uh, there was a lot. It's funny because going into training camp and kind of going into this whole process of the second half of the off season, there was some things that were making me a little apprehensive, especially the secondary. We had a lot of young guys that, if you went back and watched 2024, Storm Duck made some really nice plays, but these are young guys, so we didn't really know what we had. We brought in Mike Hilton. So that was where I was kind of nervous. But then being able to go to training camp and see it with my own eyes, I'm not that worried about this defense anymore. I'm very excited to see what they can do, especially that front seven. With the rotation, with the addition of Judon right now, it's going to be real nasty. Chop coming into his second year. He only got better as the year went on last year. Like, that pass rush is going to be nasty. And at first when we brought in Judon, a lot of people were kind of scratching their heads like, we need a corner. Why are you bringing in Judon? It made sense because, we don't want what happened, especially in 2023, where at the back end of the season, guys just started falling and we were kind of stuck in a hard place. Now we have that real healthy rotation at those pass rushers. So, being able to see this stuff in training camp and the preseason, I'm very happy with the defense and how they controlled the line of scrimmage. I'm happy with Tua. A lot of people are getting on Tua. A lot of people are, over
That doesn't
criticizing
stop.
Tua.
It doesn't stop.
It's like this big thing that everyone wants just to focus on, and they forget that there's another 10 people on that field. But Tua is just, again, efficient. That's his thing, especially when it comes to training camp, when it comes to preseason. He's going to be efficient. He's going to move the ball. So I'm excited to see what he can do. And 2025 is a year that's very intriguing to me because it can go one of two ways. And I'm leaning towards the better, but this team has a lot of fight in them, and you're seeing it, especially guys staying after practice doing push-ups. You had 20, 30 guys at times staying after. There's different. It's different, and it definitely feels different. So 2025 is going to be exciting.
I'll give you that, Douglie. I was around with the Dolphins for the last 3 years, and we that first year we came and we tried to like create a new culture
Mm,
and under the Mike McDaniel regime, and we established some things. We got off to a good start. We had a good season. The second year we had a chance. We really felt like we had a chance to go compete for a championship. Um, the wheels kind of fell off at the end of the season. Injuries, some unfortunate plays, and unfortunate things happened. We lost the number 2 seed. Got put out the playoffs in the first round against the Chiefs. Last year was tough. Last year was difficult. A lot of different challenges. We never was able to catch stride. That we never gelled. We never meshed the way that we needed to in order to be successful. Now, being around this 2025 team, in my opinion, the vibe is different.
mm,
Not saying that equates to wins per se, but that doesn't make you lose. I'll say
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You having a great vibe, you having a great connectivity throughout the team, throughout the locker room, it helps. It absolutely does. It plays a part. Now, it doesn't say that you're going to beat such and such in
Mm,
October or this
mhm,
team in November. It doesn't. But if you don't have that cohesiveness and that chemistry, it guarantees you won't beat this team in October, that team in December. So the vibe is different. And from training camp and preseason, what I saw on some of the things that you spoke about, like bringing in Matt Judon.
mm,
All right, you look at the depth chart and you like, okay, we need more help at corner. But anytime you can add valuable players, great players to your roster, regardless of position, regardless of who's the starter. This has been my opinion. Like, and I
mm,
always felt this way. Bring them in.
yeah.
If we could have signed Trent Williams the last 3 years, bring him in.
Mhm.
We'll figure out where to play, who's playing where. I mean, I would have still been that left tackle, but we'll figure that out. You bring in great players, like that's an example. But man, you got a chance to bring in somebody that has been successful, that can make plays. You bring them in, even though you have a crowded room,
Mm,
because depth is the biggest asset in the NFL.
yeah,
It is
yeah,
the biggest asset in the NFL. So I'm pleased with the moves that the Dolphins made after training camp.
yeah,
I am. I like where they are.
yeah. Especially bringing Kendall Lamb back home was awesome.
Lambo.
Dude, I
Shout
was
out
so
Lambo.
happy when he came back. Like he is a great depth. Like unfortunately, those times that you did get knocked out, he
Mhm.
came in and it was a nice transition. It wasn't this huge drop off in production. So being able to bring Kendall Lamb back was
He's
absolutely
one
huge
of
for
my
them.
he's one of my favorite teammates of all time. He's a very close friend of mine.
Mm,
He's an excellent professional. So I love him going into that room because that room did lose a lot of experience.
yeah.
Myself, Kendall, Isaiah Wynn.
Mm,
That's 30 something years of NFL football. So bringing him back to get his knowledge and expertise in that room and the way that he works and go about his business is great for everybody. Like
mm,
Kendall he's an incredible professional. So that being able to get him back is huge. I really do believe, and it goes back to the depth
yep.
that I spoke about. Douglas, I want to ask, what's your expectations of this 2025 Dolphins team? Do you see this team with the current state, with the roster, do you see them going as a championship contender? Can this team be the first team to get that playoff win and end the drought?
So unbiasedly, I try my best to be unbiasedly.
Me
It's
too.
hard though.
Me too. Me too.
Um, looking at this team, they do have, if Tua stays healthy and he plays all 17 games, they definitely are winning at least 10 games. Like, you look at what happened last year, and some of those games, I think if Tua played in Seattle, Indy, I think Tua wins those games. The defense was holding it all. It just seems like the quarterback was just kind of having a hard time with the offense. So, there's your 10 wins right there. Those 2 wins with Tua there. So if Tua's there, I definitely think so. But even if not, God forbid, I'm gonna knock on the block of wood when my subscribers gave me. Um, I still think they have a lot of talent. They have a
Yeah,
lot of talent. Obviously you have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, the best 1-2 punch in the NFL. But now you see Ollie Gordon starting to come in, right? And how he
I like
runs
'em. I like 'em.
hard. Like, I love how that man just doesn't go down. And then the Jaguars game, he got banged up and he's like, no, I'm going back in. Like, I'm good. Let's go. Let's
I
get, and
like 'em,
it's
bro.
just, he's got that fight to him. And then you got Chan and that 1-2 combo. And, even the offensive line, I really love what I saw from Patrick Ball. The thing I love the most that I heard is his crap talking and how he laughs at people. Like, I think, I think that's hilarious because while I was at camp, they blitzed the Jaguars corner at him and he threw him down. And then the Jaguars corner got up and got in his face. And I knew for a fact he just laughed at him and just walked. Like, love that.
Yeah,
Jonah, he's going to be fantastic at left
he
guard. You
is.
got James
He
Daniels in
is.
there, Brewer doing his thing. So, like, everything's there for it to be something. So, I think that, if we have luck on our side, which hopefully we should, because God forbid it's been 20 something years, this definitely is a playoff team. The talent's there. The talent is all over this roster. Even at punter, we saw Jake Bailey doing some fantastic things. We have some great kick returners in Taj Washington now. I think they can, and I think they can win a
Yeah.
playoff game.
No, I think so too. I think so too, man. And as you say, unbiased, unbiased. I think. Hey, Austin, can we pull up the Dolphins schedule, 2025 schedule? Can we get that on my screen, please? But no, I think they really can be the team to end the drought. A lot of factors, man. It's a lot of factors that goes into an NFL season.
Yeah.
And really, and the hardest part about it is you can't fast forward. You
Mhm,
can't simulate
mhm.
the rest of the season. Like, let's get to the last 3 games in
Yeah.
the playoff. You have to go week to week. And in the NFL, you can lose any and every week. You know what I mean? So to really buy in and week out, fully prepared, go out there and health,
Mhm,
health. And that's
mhm.
something I can speak on. I dealt with injuries, a lot of them throughout my career. And it's a part of the game. It
Yeah.
really is 100% injury rate. It's unpredictable. It's so many factors that goes into it. But just starting off, you looking at the roster, looking at the schedule, man, I can see the Dolphins winning at least 11 games.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
least 11 games. And that's
Mhm,
that's unbiased. I mean, the talent of the roster. Last year we won what, 8 games?
mhm.
8
Injured.
games?
Injured. You guys were banged up
Yeah.
last year and won 8 games. Like,
Man, without Tua for a lot of those, with
mhm,
with other dysfunction and just misfortune, not even just dysfunction. We had some misfortune and some injuries in other places too, and was able to win 8 games. That don't necessarily carry over to the next year, but I feel strongly about these guys and what they'll be able to do in this 2025 season. Douglie, I'm gonna transition on to the captains. So they just announced the 2025 team captains. We have Tua, Brew, Zach Sealer, Jordan Brooks, Bradley Chubb, and Alec Ingold. Tua, Sealer, Alec Ingold been captains before.
mhm,
JB, Brew, and Chubb, new captains. Myself, I was a captain with the Dolphins my 3 years there. I was also a captain for New Orleans for the Saints for I think my last 5 years there. So been a captain for a long time, and
mhm,
I took it very serious. That's
mhm.
my biggest accolade. That's the thing that I most proud about for my career, just being a team captain and the way that I tried to lead and really educate and bring along my teammates. So that captain's room is very important.
Mhm.
Very, very important. It's these guys will pilot the ship. They will be the captains of this ship. They will try to minimize and eliminate problems. They will make sure guys are focused on the right things, all bought in. All it's a big role, and each one of these names I feel very strongly about. I do. I know these guys more personally than you, but
Mhm.
from your perspective, Douglie, what do you feel about these captains?
I think it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Every person that was made, it's from all different, positions, especially Tua. Tua gets a bad rap, as we all know, but he gets a bad rap that some people outside of the team don't think he can be that team captain, don't think he can be a leader. Like they think he's timid. And like we all watched Hard Knocks, right? And if you want to, pull the curtain back a little bit, that Dallas Cowboy game at halftime where he was talking to you, it's like
Yeah, yeah,
you've seen
yeah.
Tua like be like he even said to you like man to man, I need you to do
Hey,
your thing out there.
bro, I
Like
just got chills. I just got chills. I forgot
he
about that.
yeah, like and when I saw that, I was like, oh, like the people saying that Tua isn't a captain, just they don't see what you guys see and how he commands. Even back before you were there, I saw times where he was getting pissed at Jakeem Grant, like he was lined up on the wrong, like so people being like, "Oh, Tua's just a captain," because no, man, he does this. Like you see him come
Yeah.
out and do that, and then like obviously you got Alec Ingold. Alec Ingold, he's the heart and soul of that team in some aspects. Zach Sealer as well. That's the him and Calais,
Oh,
and then him and Wilkins. Like he is the backbone of that defensive line, and so happy he got a contract extension because that man deserved
no
so much.
question. No question.
Um, and then you got Brewer. Aaron Brewer real especially this offseason, especially with the way that the Bears joint practice went down, he definitely, took that huge step. And Bradley Chubb. Those two guys definitely took the reins of what was missing when we lost Calais Campbell because, Calais Campbell is a guy you can't it's very
Yeah.
hard to replace, but these two guys
OG.
stepped up and did their thing. And then Aaron Brewer, he's been consistent, especially on that
Brewer's
offensive line.
Brewer's a Pro Bowl All Pro player. He's an All Pro player, and it's going to be hard for him to crack that to actually get that award. I mean, crack that nomination. You got Creed Humphreys,
Yeah.
who's going to be first team, second team almost every year. Eric McCoy. It's so many of those. It's very few of those guys that's really notable, and that's from the center position. But you see those guys over and over get the nod. Aaron Brewer is a Pro Bowl All Pro center,
I think
and
PFF ranked him 7th out of all centers in the NFL. So it's like he's a top 10 center in the NFL.
that
And
was him just getting on the that was him getting on the radar. So that's how that part works. First, you get on the radar. So now
Mhm,
he's on the radar. So now he'll start to get more recognition. If you guys really watched Brew last year, he was insane. Insane. He was the best player on the offensive line, no question. I had a pretty good year. Don't get me
mhm,
wrong, I did.
mhm.
But Brew was the best offensive lineman last year, unquestioned. And he's going to be again. He's a Pro Bowl All Pro player. He really is. Douglas, you had brought up the conversation with Tua when he was talking to me in the locker room, and I can give insight on that and why that came about. So we're playing the Cowboys and Christmas Day, I believe,
Yeah.
and I'm dealing with an injury that I was dealing with almost my whole tenure.
Mhm,
Not my whole tenure, but it started early that season. And man, I go out for warm up and I really can't even put weight on my leg.
mhm,
It's the same right leg, right knee. Been dealing with it. And sometimes it was better than other times. This week particular, I wasn't able to go out there and practice, but I go out there for pregame and it's challenging. I
mhm,
can't take a pass set. So not only can I cannot take a pass set pregame,
mhm.
you look across the field, Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah.
Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence is over there. They're over there. All right. So I'm really like I'm playing. I have to
Mhm,
play.
mhm,
You know what I mean? That's not a question. I just got to figure out. So I'm in my brain. I'm visualizing the different techniques I'm about to use to block Micah
mhm,
and block DeMarcus Lawrence. And so we're going first half going well, and by halftime, it's like noticeable limp. Like I'm really is progressively getting worse throughout the game. So at halftime, when Tua came over, it's a close game.
Mhm.
He like, T, I need you.
Mhm.
I'll massage your knee myself. I need you. Whatever you got to do, you lock in, you get up and get out here and protect me.
Mhm.
And without a question, I'll put it all on the line for that man. No question about it. I I get my ass up. We go back on that field. We win that game.
Mhm.
I did get him hit one time. I will say that. Michael got him in the red zone. This was a bad set. I went to jump set him. Very bad decision. I only
Mhm.
did it that one time. I kept him clean
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
for that. But no, but to your point about his leadership though, Tua is like, and he's not the most vocal, so you guys don't really see it as
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
He's more personal. So we more of a one-on-one. Oops, let me holler at you. Oops, let me talk. You know what I mean? So the world don't see that side of him as much. I just wanted to share that insightful story. Tua does have that. He's
Mm.
just not as vocal.
Yeah, and that's what people miss, and sometimes that just works out better. Instead of being that rah rah screaming and getting kind of just having a one on one, not humiliating you in front of everyone, just kind of one on one. Like, listen, you're kind of doing this, and I need you to do this, and if you just did
Yeah,
this, watch how it's going to work. Like that sometimes just works out so much better, and sometimes that's just the way things should go. So, you know,
that's a fact. So we were talking to team captains, Douglie, and was one name that was omitted that I'll briefly touch on.
hmm
Pause. But it was no Tyreek Hill
yeah,
with the 2025 captains.
hmm
And I do not want people for 1 second to think this is a shot at Reek,
uh-huh.
that this is it's anything deeper than Tyreek knowing from his actions last year, the way that the season ended, from what was said
hmm
and what transpired, he wants to be able to keep his head down and work. Keep his head
Exactly,
down and focus on
exactly.
winning. Keep his head down, focus on competing. Keep his head keep his head down and focus on leading that wide receiver room. And I think this is excellent.
hmm
I think it's excellent. I've seen Tyreek this offseason.
Oh,
I've
he's
been around
working.
him
Yeah.
closely. I know him really well. He is working his ass off. He is ready. He's ready to perform. He's ready to remind the world that he is the cheetah and
Mhm.
he's special. And we've never seen nobody like him before. And I think that and I just want to say that part, like, don't read too far into this. This is more so him focusing on him first and leading that room, leading that young wide receiver room. Jalen Waddle is the second most experienced guy in that room,
Yeah.
and he's year 4 or 5.
Mhm.
Got Malik Washington, Taj Washington, like these are young guys. Reek has to lead these guys and bring them along and speed up their process and their development. He gets the chance to focus on that. And in my opinion, it's great for the Dolphins. And it's great for the football world. I
Yeah.
really, I really do feel that way.
Yeah, and I think I forgot who said it. There was a broadcaster that said that football's more fun when the Dolphins are good. And it
No
is,
question.
especially
No
when it
question.
comes to that offense. That said, that when you guys dropped 70 on the Denver Broncos, like holy crap, with people talking about it, like, and you hit the nail on the head. And I bet you, again, this is why you having this channel is so good, because it does give people that inside source. Because when the captains came out, my Twitter feed blew up of people being like, "Where's Reek? Where's Reek? Where's
Yeah.
Reek?" And
Yeah.
like you said, I'll bet you any amount of money. He literally probably said to the locker room, "I'm good. I don't need to be a team captain right now. I'm going to focus on me, and I'm going to focus on these guys. Like I need to get us ready for Tua and to win some games." And it's just a different mentality. And I guess it's not what you see from, I guess you could say, diva wide receivers, where it's me, me, me. Whereas he's more now focused in on himself, because he obviously had off the field stuff he was dealing with. Now he's honing on himself, getting ready for the season. And Tua did that once too. Tua was like, I don't need to be a team captain. Then everyone blew it
Yeah,
out of proportion and stuff. So it's
yeah,
again, it's very good that you are doing what you're doing, because no one would have known that. Everyone's assuming, in the chat, people were assuming, on Twitter, people are assuming, oh, this is it. He's probably going to be out, but they're going to trade him week 8. And you're in here
yo.
like, no, man, that's not it.
It's fun. It's funny and fun seeing the reactions that come out to anything that comes across in news. And the thing about it, Douglie, is not just Dolphins fans.
Yeah.
It's not just fans. We see it because we're following the team also closely, and we're invested into the team and what they're doing. But across the league, as I've been doing this more on the media side, and I'm
Mm,
talking New Orleans Saints and Chicago Bears and LA Chargers, like I'm talking these different teams, and I get a chance to get feedback from their fan bases. It's the same. It's the same thing. The
mhm.
reactions, people jump to conclusions and make their own, which is fine. You know what I mean? I think X is created for that purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fine. It's fun.
He's a little toxic on there, I'll tell you
It does. It does.
that.
It does. Look, as a player, bro, I'll lie to you not. My early years in my career, Twitter was, Twitter was hell.
Yeah.
Like, it was really, and it affected me and a
Mhm,
lot of my teammates and a lot of players around the league. Like, I would see people talking about, like, if I miss a block my first year, second year, if I miss a block or Drew Brees get hit, from my guy, whatever. Oh man, he's terrible.
mhm,
Cut him. Where did you
mhm.
get this guy from? It's a reason why he didn't go to a big school. Like, all that stuff was, I'm like, damn, that's
Yeah.
that's really how they feel. You know what I mean? Like, it used to affect me, bro. It did. I promise it did. I would go on there and search my name and
Mhm.
just
Oh
see
my
people
god.
talking crazy. It wasn't until I matured and really got older in the league and got more experienced, and then I started to see it's not just me.
Yeah.
It's not just Saints fans. This is the world of sports on Twitter. They talking about Drew Brees. They talking about Alvin Kamara. He drop a pass or phone the ball. Alvin is the worst running back in NFL history. When I started to see stuff like that, bro, it's like, all right, it's just this is sports. This is
Mhm.
sports on social media, and it's
A
all right.
it's funny too, because like, on the other side of it, like, little fun fact, this past off season, yeah, I think this past off season, I was talking about kind of changes that might happen, and I think Max Crosby's name got brought up at some point, and blah, 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 and I started talking about the pass rushers, and I'm like, "Well, Bradley Chubb's contract, this, and that," and again, from my point of view, or someone covering the Dolphins and talking about this stuff at nauseum, you don't realize how much it will affect a player, because unfortunately, Bradley Chubb blocked me, and
Oh
I'm
man,
so sad about that. So I'm on like a crusade to get unblocked
hey,
by him.
let me work
But I
on
get
that
it.
for you. Let me
I
work
I,
on
I
that for
get
you.
it.
Imma work on that for you, bro. I'm gonna see if I can get you unblocked from the astronaut, from Chubb.
Because again, from your point of view, and I did the mistake of going on Reddit, and I looked up my name, Douglie Durong, on Reddit, and a good like 90 to 80% of people are like, "Oh, I love his stuff. You gotta go follow him." And then there's like that 20 to 10% that's like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's
Yeah.
doofy looking. He's this and that. And I'm like, damn, do people really feel that way about me? Like, I forget everything else, all the positives, and you just really hone in on that negativity, and you're just like, damn. Do people think
No,
that way
I
about me?
promise, I promise. And then I made an adjustment, bro. I started to only respond to positive comments,
Yeah,
positive
yeah,
tweets, like, only respond. I would see the worst things come across, I wouldn't pay no attention, but anything positive, whatever, we can talk, we can
mhm,
interact.
mhm.
And it started to, like, adjust. People started to, I don't know, maybe they saw it and paid attention to it, and it started to adjust. But with Chubb's such a great guy, like, really genuinely a great human. Imma see if I can get him to unblock you. I know you didn't mean anything
It's definitely
harm.
something I said in passing, like, "Oh, we could save, like, 15,000,000 if we cut him next year or something." He
Mhm.
probably was like, "I don't need this right now," and he blocked me, which,
Yeah.
again, I'm not like, "Oh," but I'm more like, "Oh, no, no, Bradley, no, I love you."
Yeah, no, I would've blocked your ass too, you said that. Yeah. This guy outta here.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, you gotta ride that fine line of talking about cap space and stuff, but also putting players, feelings in perspective. And
Yeah.
it's hard. It's hard. Because I remember
It
one
is,
year
bro. It is. And the craziest part, Douglie, is like the negative stuff get the most interaction.
Yes,
It
yes,
get the most
unfortunately.
engagement. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like big sports shows. You'll see that they debate
Yeah,
on purpose, whether they could actually agree off camera, but they debate for the sake of the argument and the engagement, which is okay. You know what I mean? You can curate great points for
mhm,
both sides, but
mhm.
when you start to attack players, when you start to talk about the person, that's where I'm against it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? That
exactly,
and for
exactly.
me on this side in this space, I want to be able to critique the game.
Mhm.
I will definitely point out when somebody's playing well or not with no problem. I'll be able to critique the game, talk about their play, and then offer up ways I think it can be better.
Yeah.
But genuinely though, I'm not gonna be one of them guys that's like, man, he's terrible. When I was blocking, he ain't never. That's not me, bro.
No.
That stuff is so hard to do on a weekly basis. So hard to do. That's never gonna be me saying that.
No, and especially because you've done it firsthand. Like, there's so many people. Like when I put the news out there that I was going to come on and do this, there was people like, "Oh, he couldn't stay healthy." And I remember you telling stories when we were on the dive bar together of how you played like a full season on one leg. Like, people
Yeah.
don't understand what football players go through. Like, when week 5 hits, you guys are like banged up and you're still playing through it. I wanted to ask you, do you prefer an early bye week or do you prefer like how the Dolphins have it like week 10? Like, as a player do you prefer the bye week?
That week 10, that's perfect. Right
Okay.
up in that space. That's perfect. Because you want to get a chance to get in the groove early in the season.
Mhm.
You coming off, and this is kind of the next thing we'll go to in the show. We're going to talk game week preparation.
Gotcha.
So um you're coming off training camp and preseason, and you're banging, you're hitting more than you're going to do throughout the season. So you're making contact and you're grinding more than you're going to do throughout the season. So you kind of take that space between preseason and the season opener to get your body to recover. So you want to take a little bit of time off, let your body recover, but you also need to stay in great shape, great playing shape for
Mhm.
the and you got to stay calloused. So the first few days of contact, first few days in pads when you're hitting and you're clashing, after you leave practice, your neck sore, your
Mm.
shoulder sore, your arms, forearms swollen, hands bent up, and it hurts for the first few days. Then your body get calloused. So then you don't feel any of the contact. You don't feel any of the hits, no matter how hard they sound to the fans or whatever.
Mhm.
You don't feel it. Like it don't to me, like you don't really feel any of the hits. So you got to keep your body calloused and stay in that playing shape. So, but you want to jump out to a fast start.
Mhm.
And if you get that bye week like 4, 5, I think it just disrupts that early that early adrenaline that you can have, that early momentum.
Yeah.
So I like the later bye week.
Yeah. Me too, in the aspect of this is where I start thinking about you guys. And I'm like, if you guys are banged up, it's a good time to get that rest, get yourself ready, and then get ready for that second half, that charge into the playoffs. So, yeah, I definitely, as a fan, look at that and I'm like, yeah, I prefer in the middle of the week or in the middle of
Yeah,
the season than
middle of the season.
front.
Let's talk game week preparation. Douglie, is week 1.
Mhm.
The Dolphins opening up with the Colts in Indy, and I'll kind of share like what that week 1 preparation looks like or feels like. So a lot of the veteran guys don't get many snaps during the preseason.
Mhm.
And you go through this first week with a lot of unknown, which is crazy, bro. Even for me, like I played 12 years and I didn't play in a preseason game the last 5, 6 years. Like
Mhm.
I didn't take a snap in a preseason game for the last 5 or 6 years. And that week 1, even though I was playing for a long time and playing at a high level, most times it's still like a lot of unknown to that first snap being on the field and when it's live, when it's real. So last year, um, man, I was dealing with the knee so much in training camp and preseason, I really didn't take many reps. I was
Mhm.
doing cardio, I was boxing, swimming, like I was doing everything to stay in shape,
Yeah.
but I wasn't able to take many reps, football reps. and we opened up with Jacksonville,
Mm.
and Josh Hines Allen had, 17, 18 sacks the year before. And this is like week 1 was like my first reps, like my first live reps. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was a little nervous. And I'm not even a person that get nervous, but it's just like, all right, this is it's unknowns. Like,
Yeah.
is this gonna work? Am I gonna be able to just pick up and get back going like I know that I can or I have been shown to do? And luckily for me, like the way that I prepare as far as my game plan on a weekly basis on how I'm gonna stop this guy was very, very precise, very detailed. And I've done well, man. Season openers are you're trying to find it again. You're trying to knock the rust off. No matter how many practices you had in training camp and in the preseason, it matters. Don't get me wrong, it matters,
Yeah.
but it's different, bro. It's different. It's nothing like taking that first snap of the NFL season. It's nothing like that. Like that first snap is so much nerves, adrenaline, and it's not until, man, second quarter really like where you start to settle in. All right, we playing football again. It's something about it, bro. That season opener is different. It's different.
Yeah. And I do a show with Omar Kelly and Alan Poupart, and they were even saying
Shout out them
that
guys.
you notice like Kenneth Grant and like Jordan Phillips. Like Omar was talking about like Jordan Phillips during training camp. You didn't really notice him. You were like, he's there, but blah blah blah. But once preseason started, that's when you noticed him. And Omar said it seems like he stopped thinking about it and just played football. Like he had this epiphany of, this is just football. Because it seems like when you first come into the NFL, you're like, oh, I got to do this. And you have like 9,000 things until you, like you said, that first snap of week 1, you're like, I'm just playing football. Like, let's just
Facts.
go out here and play some football. And, like you said, even Tua mentioned it when he took his first sack. He was like, I needed to get hit because,
Yeah. Yeah.
you got to make sure that you
Right.
could take it.
Right. It's
So,
different, bro. It's different. And you don't know until it happens. Like no matter how long you've been doing it, you take that break off the off season. That week 1 is different. And it's so crazy, like that adrenaline induced fatigue.
yeah.
I don't know, bro. You're so exhausted the first series of the first game. Like everybody, all 22 players on the field, so tired. That first drive of the first game, bro. It's crazy. You'll see a guy, on a kick return or you get an interception and he's trying to go 60 yards to the end zone and he's starting to die out before he gets to the end. He's tired, like, but he can run sprints all day.
Exactly.
After practice, you can run 100-yard dashes all day, nonstop. But you get one kick return to the house. It's that adrenaline, bro. I'm telling you, something about the energy in the stadium during a game that you cannot replicate. So week one is huge, especially for this Dolphins team.
Yeah.
In my opinion, man, I think getting out to a 1-0 start would be huge. Would be huge for this team that has a lot of experience, a lot of
Mhm.
experienced players, but is also very young.
Yeah. And like, not to knock the Colts or anything, but like paper on paper, the Dolphins are a better team. Like, Daniel Jones is still a decent quarterback and he's still mobile. But when you look at the team as a whole, the Dolphins are the better team. And like you said, you got to get out to a 1-0 start because you got a tough. Essentially, the Miami Dolphins are facing the AFC East of late 90s, where we got the Colts, the Patriots, the Bills, the Jets. Like, you're facing the
Yeah.
old AFC East, so it's like you got to come out 1-0 because then you got that AFC
Wow.
East
Yeah.
skid, and it's a tough one, especially going to Buffalo on a short week. So
It's a
like you
tough
said,
one, man.
got to do it.
It's a tough one. I think the whole division will be better,
Yeah.
much better this year. The
Mhm.
whole division. I like what the Jets have done. I like what they've added. I'm a huge Aaron Glenn guy. He was one of my coaches in New
Mhm.
Orleans for a long time. Love him. I love what he brings. So he's retooling that culture over there. I hope they do really well, except against the Dolphins. So I hope they
Exactly. Yeah.
go 15-2. And the Patriots as well. They got Mike Vrabel in there, who's
Mhm.
proven. He's proven to come and change the culture. He's proven to win big games. So um, the division is going to be, and we know what Buffalo has been consistent.
Yeah.
I don't. Them dudes, man. Them dudes. And there's no hate, bro, because they They've won, and they've won the division since I've been a part of it. We've been really close, bro. We
Oh my
never feel
god.
like I've never seen Buffalo as like one of them team. Like, man, it's tough week, Buffalo. I've never seen that. Like, even when I was playing there, and we lost some games to them. This is like it's tough, man. Buffalo. I just never felt that way, bro.
Yeah, if you look at the games that you guys played against them, it's all like one score losses.
Yeah,
Especially last year where a 61-yard field goal lost that game. Like that's not an easy thing to do, especially
that's a
in
fact.
Buffalo. Like they're not that far ahead of Miami. And I think you say that and people are going to call you a homer, but you look at the games that we've played, it really they're not that far ahead. They got Josh Allen, in all honesty, and I keep saying Josh Allen, and I hope it doesn't, ever goes down with injury. They're like a 4 or 5 win team. Josh Allen is what really puts them above everyone else. So, yeah, I don't.
I give it. Listen, I give credit where it's due. Josh Allen definitely deserves the credit. I was MVP last year. He has been phenomenal. I've watched his growth and development. My first When I first got to Miami, I was not as impressed. I was
Mm,
impressed with what he was able to do and
yeah.
the plays he were able to make, but he was really, really careless with the football.
Hmm.
He turned the
Hmm.
ball over at a very high clip, like really, really bad turnovers, almost embarrassing.
Yeah.
Some of his lowlights.
Hmm.
And we all have lowlights, but from somebody that was like of his stature and like play grade, he had some really bad turnovers. So now to see him take care of the ball as much as he's doing now, and his performance in late game situations now, he's really ascending himself and not ascending himself. I mean, he was the MVP last year. Um, and so it's I give credit where it's due.
Yeah.
He is a great player. They have great coaching over there too, man. Like
Yeah.
those guys are put into really good positions. McDermott does a great job on defense, and Joe Brady. Joe Brady does a great job on offense as well. He was another guy who was a coach of mine in New Orleans.
Mm.
Joe Brady was like the little homie when I was there in New Orleans. Like they would send him to go get coffee, go get the coffee, go get the donuts, bring it back to the office. Don't say nothing. Sit in the corner there. So to see
I mean, I look
what
at him.
Joe Brady is, he's he's fire, bro. He's fire. He'll be an OC again and head coach at some point too. Joe Brady's nice. All right, Douglie. How long we been on this thing? We've been rolling, man. We've been rolling.
It's a good chat. It's a good chat.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's
Okay.
when that's when you can tell when it's good, when it just flows. Like if you
Facts.
start to hit stagnant like spots, then you're like, all right, let's end the stream. Let's get out of here real quick.
No, listen, we were rolling, man. And the chat is jumping. Douglie done brought the gang with him. He done brought the gang with him, man. Listen, I appreciate you guys for sure. Um, so we kind of already hit on a couple predictions
Mm,
on as far as like the record and playoffs. Um, I feel like the Dolphins can be an 11-win team.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Could be 1+1, -1, but I can see them being in that with just really tough schedule, some tough travel as well.
Hmm.
That makes it hard. But I can see the Dolphins being around an 11-win team, getting into the playoff and getting that playoff win, man. Ending that drought, that leaving Miami without being able to end that drought pains me.
Mm.
Like I'm dead serious. Like that's one of the I'm gonna feel that for the rest of my life. And my career's over. I'm never playing again. And I just couldn't imagine the feel and the response we would have had together from players to fan base getting that win. So when it happens, I'm going to Miami. Going down there, we're kicking it. Like we are. Like I'm doing it for sure.
Yeah.
So that it hurts not being able to get that playoff win for the fan base.
And it's funny because fans don't realize how much you guys as players also feel it. So it's like, obviously we've been tortured for 20 something years, but you come in here, you've only been here 3 years and you're like, we need to do this. And not just for you guys to obviously get the ring, but for the fan base. And a lot of people don't understand, that you guys sympathize and empathize with us just as much as we do with you guys, especially, when you're on the field. But
Do not let a player like too cool you.
yeah.
Like to make it seem like Man, I'm not thinking about. I don't. But yes, we are, bro. Every single player, like we want to win for our fan base. Like we want a chance to have our fan base talk smack at work. Like
Mhm.
that's a part. That's part of the process for me. Like no lie, I do put that into consideration for me. Like we want to be the first team to do it. Like we put up the 70 points against Denver, and at the time in the moment, take the knee. You know what I mean? But looking back at it now, like go
Kick
for
the
the
field
record, bro. Let's see what we
goal.
doing. I was all for taking the knee during the game. All for it. But looking back at it now that I'm retired, I've been retired for 4 or 5 months. Like we had a chance to get an NFL record. Kick the field goal, bro.
And it's funny because
What?
as fans, as myself, I'm like, you know what, karma, it'll come back. You know, blah. Karma didn't come back, man. How many injuries did we have at the end of the kick the field goal?
Kick the field goal, man. Jeez.
Oh
No,
man.
for real.
It's too
All
funny.
right, Douglie, before I end each show,
Mhm.
I love to do a would you rather.
Okay.
Hold on, Austin. Can we pull the chat up again? In the chat, if you guys have some questions for me and Douglas before we get out of here, please let us know. And I'm gonna get my would you rather. I got one, but we have so many people here. I might want to change it. I'm gonna ask you two if you got time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and you guys send the questions over in the chat. I appreciate you for coming through tonight and rocking with us on this great Monday. Happy Labor Day, everyone across the country. Okay, so Douglas, first, would you rather? Would you rather take a pill to eat so you'll never sit and enjoy a meal again? You won't taste the food and sit at the table, or take a pill to sleep. You'll never lay in bed, put the covers on you, get the fan going, lay your head on the pillow and sleep. You'll have a pill to replace either or. So would you rather take the pill to eat or would you rather take the pill to sleep?
That's a good question. I'm gonna have to say sleep. I like eating. It was a problem of mine for a little while ago until I started losing weight. But yeah, it's just I got sick recently and I can't smell anything. So like for this past week, not being able to taste anything, it affects you. It really does. So, and sleeping, I definitely take the sleep pill. I like tasting food, especially
I
good food.
listen, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you, bro, for real. I see a lot of people say pill to sleep. We got Nabo say pill to eat. And we got some very, very every time I ask a would you rather question that involves food, they pick the food. Like these my subscribers, my viewers, they love to eat.
Yeah.
They do. And I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you guys. All right, I got one more for you, Douglie. Okay. Would you rather
Mm.
fight an alligator in the water or a shark in the water?
Oh my God.
What you
Jesus.
picking? What you choosing?
Uh, a shark. And I'll tell you why.
Why is
Um,
that?
a shark is now obviously a shark is vicious. They have like rows of teeth and everything, but an alligator is a little bit more like precise and they think about what they're doing, especially when you get in that death roll, you're screwed. Whereas a shark, a shark is kind of more clumsy. They kind of just like swim at you, and if you can kind of just like move them out of your way. But both of them are terrifying. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Sure,
This is a very
sure.
hard question. I'm just afraid of that death roll, like because like a
Yeah.
shark, if they get you, you'll probably die quicker because of those teeth. Whereas alligator, they got those dull fangs that you're gonna be in pain. So yeah, I would definitely do a shark. That's a good question. Jeez.
Yeah, no, I'm with you though. I'm going shark too, because just that death roll. Like
Yeah, oh my
you'll get a
god.
leg and they start to roll in the water and you can't get your breath and they end up drowning you like, yeah, I'm going shark.
Yeah,
I'm going shark.
100%.
I've seen so many videos or heard so many times hit a shark in the nose. Oh yeah,
I was gonna say
sounds good.
that.
Hit him in the nose. Yeah,
Supposedly
right.
it's very sensitive, their nose. There's a lot of like nerve endings and stuff, receptors on it. So hopefully I never have to try it. Like hopefully I'm never in that situation. I have to punch a shark in the nose.
Oh, I saw
But,
you. I saw you was like moving out the way. Like, all right, all right. You got
you
some
know, kind of.
experience out there in the water.
Well, it's more my football expertise trying to get people out of my way. It's funny, when I played football, I was on the opposite end. I played defensive end. When I first started playing, I'm 6'5", so I'm a big guy as well.
Oh damn.
And when I first started, you know, Pee Wee, they line you up and he starts giving you positions. I thought he was gonna say receiver for me, and he said defensive end. And I was like, I'm tall and long. I had to play with the kids a year older than me because I was so big. And I'm like, why defensive end? Until you start playing in the position. And now you're
Yeah.
like, oh, my long arms with the ripping and the pulling. I'm like, yeah, this is perfect. So yeah, like,
All
but
right.
that's what, like,
Look,
with the
I got
shark
one more
coming at me, I'm
question for
like,
you. I got one more question for you. I didn't know that. I didn't know you were a DN.
yeah.
You got 10 tries.
Oh boy.
Can you beat me in a one-on-one? O-line, D-line.
Oh God. Fully healthy you? Or you right now? Because if it's me and you right now, you're gonna win because I'm completely out of shape.
That's hilarious, dog.
Um,
No, fully healthy. T stayed in his prime. Douglie in his prime. So when you
Okay.
were running around, you know, at the end, and I'm at left tackle, 10 reps. Can you
Oh,
beat me in
I
a
don't know if
one-on-one?
I could beat you, but I think I could get close. I think I get close to the quarterback, but I don't know if I'm beating you. I'd have to try some pull technique, push-pull technique, little rip here.
Listen,
Man, you're gonna put me on my butt so many times. I'm gonna try all these moves, and you're just gonna be laughing at me. Get the hell out of here, kid.
Douglie, I'm going to kick your ass 10 out of 10 times. No question. You're not getting close. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Oh
No,
man.
sir. No. We need to do you know how they had the show Pros versus Joes?
Yes.
We need to find like another version of that, like a 2025 version. We need to sign some waivers
Oh yeah, 100%.
first,
Blow my knee
but
out.
you know, 10 times, 10 one-on-ones. You are not getting close.
Let's do it, man.
I'm
Let's
not
do
having it.
it.
Not having
We got to do it now. We got to see. We got to see.
it. No, man. I don't need no lawsuits, bro. It's something that listen, I only got one speed. So
Yeah.
once we're doing it, once we line up, it's up.
Yep.
And I would hate to throw you into
It would be your first right in my chest. I'd be like, all right, no, we don't need another 9. We're good. That first just boom right in my chest. I'm like, never mind.
No, I wouldn't do you like that, bro. I wouldn't do you like that. All right, my guy. I think this man, that just about does it. I greatly appreciate all you guys for coming in and tuning in, being part of the set. I did see some questions. One question that really stood out to me. It was a great question, very
Mm.
well thought out. It said, "How do I feel about 2K26?" And so far, so good. I really do. I enjoy it. Me and the guys been on. We've been grinding. I have 295 overalls right now.
Nice.
It's a little too easy to shoot. It's
Mm.
hard to contest shots right now. I think they're gonna patch that a little bit. But 2K26 is fire, and Madden 26 is fire. I'm nice in both. So whoever wants to smoke, I'm just letting the chat know. Whoever wants to smoke, come holler at me. I'm like that. All right. But again, I appreciate you guys for being so active in the chat, man. This was crazy. This was jumping. Douglie, thank you, my good brother. Thank you. I really, really appreciate you bringing you guys over to join me on this set. It was great, man. How you feel about it?
Dude, I had a blast. It doesn't even feel like we've been chatting for that long. Like it's like I said, when it's fun, it flows. And this just flowed. I didn't feel like I was talking to like a player. I just felt like I was talking to just a guy I met at
One
the
of the
bar. Like
homies.
yeah, exactly. It was fun.
Oh,
It was a lot of fun.
that's dope, man. We're gonna have to do it again for
Yes,
sure.
sir.
We're gonna have to do it again. this season, man. I'll be tuned in for this game, Colts versus Dolphins. Looking for the Fins to start the season off 1-0, and I'll be back on the set Thursday, and then Monday following the game, and all the other games I'll be covering. So you guys, please join back. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, click the button, push the button. Come
Yep.
on, man. Be a part of this. We're growing. We're going to be active all year. Have some great guests, great collaborations coming together all year. It's going to be a very, very informational show, insightful show. It'll be fire. It'll be fire. Thank you all again. T Stead, I'm out. We're off.